Merry Christmas, Jack.
Shit, I just woke up from a nap. But we lost against the Broncos, so we about to see what we doing now. We in the regular season. Let's go. Flat the fuck out. We're gonna do the team workout for the week and then go against the Eagles. Let's do it. Alright, we about to go against the Eagles, y'all.
It's week 1 of the NFL, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Packers and the Eagles on EA Sports.
Packers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And coming out with them, it's the rookie, their second-round draft pick. Love to throw to get started. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and There was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third down, 3 to go. On play action, Love. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. It's picked up by one of his teammates. They get 18 on that one. First down, Packers. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He gets that complete as he hits Reed.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike.
Nick Sirianni thought about it, and he wants another look. He has... So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Gain of 12 and a 1st down. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. So, just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll have more from South America and beautiful Sao Paulo after this. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Love. It is brought in.
My first touchdown of 2025 Madden. Let's get it.
It's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game.
The Packers offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
A high throw over the middle, that's taken in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Love. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire
The Packers offense and their big play wideout getting set for the... Go play action with Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws
They cheated me on that
don't
note.
allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Love. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Then later, they'll let the sun die.
And this offense making... Love to throw on 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I wouldn't say that's a very conventional call on 1st and 10. I'm not exactly sure what kind of yardage they were expecting to get. Maybe surprise the defense. They got a little bit, but they got a lot of work left to do here on 2nd down.
Second down and 8. Now Love. Looking downfield, that's Musgrave, the tight end.
That man hurt.
Following the
He hurt, Chet. He hurt.
Here for an injured player. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. He's going to keep it himself, and he will get into the end zone. Jordan Love.
Nice touchdown.
Green Bay. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was
Welcome to the chat, Pop.
That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to...
Hold on, chat. I'm getting my food. We on the short commercial break right quick. We back, chat. We back, chat. Let's say we can beat these lame ass Eagles.
Let's go now. On first down, it's Love. There's that man again. Another catch. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the bootleg, it's Love. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. On first and 10, here's Love. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
A second down throw for Love. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now, faking the give. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Take a look at his receiving numbers. So he has been terrific. Over 100 yards in this one.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Here is 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Dobbs headed in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play.
I'm on Madden.
The second half. We'll come back
and Merry Christmas,
finish this one off after this. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks.
What are you doing? And I called you earlier, too.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession. So they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way.
So it's a win here for the Eagles.
Yeah, we lost against the Eagles, man. Damn, it's like the 3rd game we lost. But I promise you, next game we win it.
In week 2.
You cool. Let's move on to the next game, y'all. All right, let's go against the Cokes. What's up?
It's week 2 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Colts and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
The Packers offense ready to try and make amends for that opening week loss. Play action this time with Love. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Let's go now.
Play fake. Here's Love. A quick throw there is incomplete. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine. And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So after
Let's get this touchdown, chat. Let's get this touchdown.
15 now on 1st and 10. Love.
Oh, they weak as fuck for that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going back to Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's Love. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not...
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
Damn, the Colts got 7 to our 3. We got to score, bro. This is bullshit.
After a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got Dobbs over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got called for the penalty.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
And that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Another catch for him there, and the number is starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Let's go now.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On play action, Love to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on second and long. Love, he finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
Love, they go play action now. And this one is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Packers offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. To throw now. Here's Love. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So we come to a look around. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Set, ready.
Love looking to throw it. Short throw. He's got Kraft. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now Love. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against Nick.
The Packers offense set to go.
Here we go. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A short throw to Musgrave.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Love. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just
y'all
see,
right? We lost against the Colts and the Eagles.
And they got it done in this one.
I don't know how this football career gonna end, but
so for the Colts, it was
I am going to be playing
Division 2 in the morning. So and they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll